Welcome to another episode of Raising the Bar, TKJE podcast. Today we have multiple business owner and professional bodybuilder, Dion Santiago. Dion is 29 years old from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he's been an athlete for decades. He was a wrestler from childhood into college, played football, and was in track and never let go of the athletic mentality. After college wrestling, he still wanted to compete, and bodybuilding was a passion, so he pursued it, and with his determination and drive, he made it a career, and now he's an FBB Pro Bodybuilder. In addition to bodybuilding, he's been a personal trainer for 8 years and a lifestyle and competition coach. As a personal trainer, he was able to save up and open and invest in multiple businesses, including the Paleta Bar. With this success, he moved to Tampa Bay, Florida to expand his business. While in Tampa, a gym became available for purchase back in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and while pursuing his passion for bodybuilding, it was always a dream to own his own gym. He decided to sell his businesses in Tampa and move back to Albuquerque to live his dream of owning a successful gym and 2 Paleta bars. Raising the Bar, TKJE. Let's go. All right, welcome back to another episode of Raising the Bar TKJE podcast. You guys, I'm excited about this one right here. This young man has been doing just amazing things within the community. I've known him, his whole life, and I'm just excited for what he's done. And I know he's got a positive future. Great what he's done, and I'm excited to have him tell his story. Explain his business journey and what he's been able to accomplish. So I'd like to welcome on to the show, Dion Santiago. Dion, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. Again, it's a blessing. I really appreciate you taking the time to jump on and really tell your story and answer some questions for us. So if you're all set, we'll jump right into it, okay?
Let's do it.
All right, my man. All right, so first off, can you just tell us what inspired you to start your business or your businesses? What got that fuel going? What started that fire?
Just like anybody else at a very young age, or even at a young 20s, I've always wanted to own my own business. At the time, I was wanting to own a gym. I think that's a lot of lifters. I'm a lifter, a bodybuilder, and at the time, it was really important to me to try to open a gym at some point in my life. I didn't know when exactly that would happen, but it finally happened at the age of 28. I officially owned my own gym, but before that, I actually owned a few different businesses as the Paleta Bar. The Paleta Bar is a Mexican gourmet ice cream store. I owned at 1.6 stores at one time. I currently do still own 2. However, I was in the process of, I did sell 4. Just as any dream, I did want to own a gym, like I said, just didn't know when. And the right opportunity came and I took it, and it's been very successful since then. So wow. I think it was just patiently waiting for the time to come, and it came, and then I took advantage of it, and it's been great ever since.
Wow, that's impressive. So you mentioned bodybuilder. So you are a professional bodybuilder as well, correct?
Yeah, I became a professional bodybuilder at the age of 25, 6. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So you're definitely the hustler. That's really awesome. Well, so as far as through time, and you started out really young. So what are some of the most important lessons that you've learned, from your failures or mistakes? Give us an idea of what you've learned along the way, because we all make mistakes, but what were you able to get from those mistakes?
I'd have to say there's a few mistakes and there's also a few benefits. I'd have to say opening your own business. One of the things is if you do have a partner, make sure you guys are very communicative. You don't really want to try to keep anything behind your back as well as them. You need to be on the same page at all times. There is going to be points in the route of opening or in the operation of the business where you guys will have disagreements or not see eye to eye, but you guys just have to remember that you guys are in it together. You can't let your employees or let other people know you guys are fighting, because then it's just to show that you're not strong as a store for whatever business it is. But I would say make sure if you open a store with the partner, you guys are seeing eye to eye. You guys agree on everything. If you guys don't, work it out to where you guys can keep it operating or even open it. Another major thing is the accounts. Make sure both names are on the account. Both of you guys have access. But also a very important one is if there needs to be money transferred or taken out, like a high amount, there needs to be 2 signatures requested by you and the other individual. I know a lot of different people or businesses where they had a partner and they just took out a high amount without their consent, and it just turns straight drama. And once drama turns into the business, it's not a good layout. I have to say, make sure you guys go over the account and make sure while in the process of building it, you guys actually have a standpoint to where you want a certain amount in the account. I think it's very, very important, because I know a lot of people would like to build up the account, but then also a lot of people would like to take out account freely off of profit and stuff. So I think it's very important that you guys come to an agreement of how much money you want to keep in the account at all times, to where you believe is a safe spot for whatever type of business it is. So for my partner and I, we have a 6-6. What that means is if anything was to ever happen, we have 6 months covered in our bank account of rents, labor, food, and also all the electricity bills, assets, and stuff like that. So if anything was to happen, where our business will be okay for at least 6 months, or there's a lot of people, if they don't want that much money in their account, they could do 3 months, they can do 9. It's whatever you guys feel is good to leave in the account. I feel like that's very, very important as a partnership.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more, because some of it has happened to me, but it's also lessons I've learned as going on, but also lessons that I actually caught and found out before it got any worse.
Wow. I understand. I had a similar situation, and I made the mistake. I did not, have someone like yourself to, tell me about that 6 month. What did you call that? You said you called it a 66?
6-6. That's what my accountant calls it. So you could call it 3-3 if you want. 3 months of labor covered in your bank account, 3 months of your rent, your bills. Just so you know, like let's just say you have a bad month or 2 months, you have that money in your account and you're safe, to where everyone has like a slow season, especially here in New Mexico. We do have like 4 or 5 months where we're cold. So we got to make sure if we're not breaking evenly or if we're hit at negative, we're still covered no matter what.
Okay. And do you suggest, an agreement like this being in writing, or, is verbal okay? What are your thoughts on that?
From experience, I feel like in writing and documenting is very, very important. The reason why is because money does change people. It doesn't matter if it's my family, if it's a close friend. It does change people, not just discarding anybody's relationships. But once money comes in hand, people do change, mood changes, and then there comes fighting and disagreements.
Okay, that's really awesome. I can appreciate that. Now, as far as leadership qualities and what you've had to do, right? So, as a professional bodybuilder, you definitely have to be a leader. Both businesses, whether it be the gym or the Paleta bar. So, when it comes to key leadership, what are the key leadership qualities that you believe contributed to your business success in every aspect, what you've been able to accomplish?
One, I believe, is being hands-on, not necessarily always having to be there at your business, but showing your employees that you do care about them as well as the business, because you want them to care about it as much as you do. And obviously, if you show that you don't care about them or your business, then why should they take care of your baby one when you're not there? Because in reality, they are operating it for you if you're a silent investor, or if you're just have a business on the side and you have a main hustle. You want to make sure you have a reliable team. So I feel like being involved with your employees is very, very important, because without them, you would have to be at the store 24/7, and I guarantee you that would be not a happy camper on that one. There comes mood swings and you just feel miserable.
Well, no, that's really cool. So I appreciate that. When it comes to business ownership like yours, I can appreciate being involved, because many people that start businesses, they get this thought process that once I build it or once it's done, I can just leave it and walk away. And you found that that's not true right away? Is there a time frame, do you think?
No, I think it depends, to be honest, because like a lot of businesses just boom right away to where, let's just say you buy into a franchise of McDonald's, Taco Bell, anything like that. The name is established. Once one of those buildings goes up, then you're kind of set. But if it's going to be a small business, like one that you're starting or one that is starting to become bigger, you still need to put in that hustle, and you need to show your employees that you're hustling, so therefore they can hustle with you or for you. I remember watching a podcast with the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. Once he bought the team, he said he didn't relax. Once he bought it, the next day he met the team, sat down with the phone book, and started calling all previous customers that had been to a game and said, "Hey, we're going to do this for you. Throwing a free Pepsi. Come to this. Our tickets are very low at this price." He showed them that he's hustling, so it'll motivate them to hustle. So if you're not showing anything like that, then I personally don't believe your teammates or your team would be hustling for you, because you're not even hustling yourself.
Okay, I can dig it. I love it. All right. Now, as far as, new entrepreneurs, people that say, "Hey, I have an idea," or, "I want to get into business," what advice do you have for aspiring entrepreneurs who are looking to turn their passion into a profitable venture that, "I can do this well. I think I can make money from it." What advice do you have for someone?
My advice would be, if you do have a dream, don't give up on it. Just let it time process, and in time, God will show you that it's the perfect time for you to open or even to run a business. A lot of people try to rush, and what I mean by rush is their account is saying no, but their mind is saying yes. So a perfect example is like a lot of people will open up a business, and let's say they estimate 100K. All right, perfect. Business is open, business is going, but it's not hitting like they thought it would. So the funds start going lower and lower and lower. But mind you, their income to get that money to open the business, if it was a loan, that's perfect. But a lot of people will actually quit their daily job and focus on this business. And if the business is not booming like how it was right away, then they're going to be losing money. Once they lose money, they're going to be more stressing about their own bills at their house, about their store. So I think it's very, very important, if you're going to be opening a business and you also have like a main thing on the side, keep that until you are financially ready to quit that and then pursue your dream full time. I see a lot of younger people make that mistake, is they'll quit their daily job. And don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of people that have been successful, but that's like a handful. Why you want to gamble like that? I say keep your job, make sure you have that income coming in no matter what. Once you feel like you're financially stable to where you can quit your job and focus on one time. And what I mean by that is, make sure your dream is actually paying for your own bills, just not your own. You're at your store and you're actually making money. Then your dream is slowly becoming true. I don't like to see people try to pursue their dream and then they tank and then they quit their job and they just have to sell stuff, and it's just not pretty to see. I mean, you don't really want to see anybody give up.
It's one of those things where, through my business career, I worked for a major corporation the entire time. And, people would say, "Well, when do you sleep?" And, well, I've got to do this because, well, I want to build my dream and be able to walk away. And I have seen that also, where I tell people it goes from inspiration to desperation. You're inspired to start the business. You're excited about it. But then when you leave that income stream behind, now your business turns into desperation. And then, as you stated, right, now you're in trouble, because now you're trying to catch up to what you left behind, when ultimately you really didn't have to. You just thought, this business is going to take off immediately. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. Right. That's the life of an entrepreneur, is sometimes you miss that sleep, but you're thinking about your dream and really building it. So, man, I really appreciate that answer. That's so true. And hopefully our listeners.
That's one thing I actually go back to, is showing your team you're going to be there for them, because let's just, like I said, you're building up your dream. You're wanting it to pursue and everything. So don't quit your daily job. Your employees are working for you to become for that dream to come true. Show them appreciation. Get them food every now and then. Pop in your head. Build a relationship with them. Because not only that, you're making your own money still in the process of them helping you create your dream. Whenever you're ready to quit your job, that team helps you create your dream and you're steady. You have no worries. So that's why I went back to like show your employees appreciation, show them that you're actually hands-on, that you do care about them because they're helping you helping your dream come true while you still go get your main income.
I love it. All right. Last one, man. As far as our listeners, can you give our listeners one piece of business advice that is stuck with you on your business journey that you've used, or just a piece of advice that they can take on their journey that helped you stay focused?
For me, I would have to say I never lost hope and motivation. I'm one of those people, if my mind is set on something, I will achieve it and I will get it. It might not be right away because great things don't happen overnight. I feel like great things happen over time. So my key is just don't give up, because that's where a lot of people will fail, is because it's not what they expect. So they just throw in the towel right away. And I feel like that's where a lot of businesses do fail, is they're so worried out of tanking. They're not doing anything to make it better. They just rather sit around. They're probably not like out there marketing. They're not out there going to door, or whatever kind of business it is. If you have a dream and you really want it, you got to show it. It's easy for people to talk, say, yeah, I want it. But actions speak louder than words. So for me, I wanted something. So I saved up until I earned it. And like I said, it was a matter of time when it was a perfect opportunity to take it. And for me, it was just don't lose that sight, don't lose the motivation, and don't lose that hunger. Once I lose that hunger, then it's gone.
Man, I appreciate it. So I love that good things don't happen overnight; they happen over time. That's brilliantly said, man. So as far as getting a hold of you, or how can we support you as far as the gym? Where can we find you? How do we follow you? Give us information about yourself.
About myself, I do have an Instagram. It's going to be Dion, Dyon, Santi, 2_ IFBB Pro. I also do have my gym page. It's called Body Elite Fitness, or also one of my Paletta Bar stores. It's going to be Tramway _ Paletta Bar. So those are going to be three of my Instagrams. I also am on Facebook, Dion, Dyon, Santiago. That is my Facebook. Or even my email. It's going to be my name, Dion Santiago at Yahoo. I don't try to keep it with that whole nickname stuff or like that. I just try to keep it simple. I try to keep it simple.
I got you. Well, Dion Santiago, young man, I really appreciate you once again. Much success to you. The gym and you being a professional bodybuilder, that is those are levels that many people wish they could accomplish. And I've been to your gym. It's really awesome. And join the gym. You have quality people there within your gym. I've been there. I've seen, and you've got trainers there as well. So you guys, if you're looking, this is the place to go, the place to be. Dion, thank you once again. We definitely appreciate your insight, your knowledge, and really, it's exciting to hear someone of your age that is still out here doing it. And much success to you, and God bless. Thank you so much. Listeners, we will talk to you in the next episode. Have a blessed night.
Thank you. Have a good one.